I'm Brianna.
As I watched the live stream freeze on my sister Madison, dripping black, oily sludge from the ceiling of the once magnificent Napa Valley villa, I felt a strange mix of satisfaction and sadness. The guests were fleeing in a panic, and her fiancé, Ethan, walked away without a second look. My phone rang, and it was my mother, Diana, screaming, "You monster. We'll sue you." I took a deep breath and calmly replied, "Check the logs." I unlocked the gate. 5 minutes later, Madison applied open flame to a heat sensor that triggered the deluge. She was trying to get inside. She committed arson on a historic property. Insurance will love that live stream. She retorted, "She's your sister." I coldly answered, "No, I'm just the help, and my shift is over." Then I blocked her number and drove out of Napa. It all started a couple of months ago. I work in logistics for an international trade company, handling complex supply chain operations. I'm good at my job, dealing with hard numbers and contracts. I had been saving for years, and I had $28,000 in my high-yield savings account. It was my ticket to a quiet life in a condo, away from the constant criticism of my mother and the self-centeredness of my sister. One day, I got a call from my mother. Her voice was full of fake panic and drama. "Madison's credit cards have all been declined. The villa in Napa, the one she's been raving about for months, will cancel the reservation if we don't wire the deposit and catering down payment right away. We're going to lose everything. Madison is having a breakdown. You have to help us." "Family helps family," she wailed. I hesitated. That money was my future. But then Madison got on the phone. She was no longer the haughty social media influencer. She was tearful and desperate, promising on her life that as soon as the brand deals for her wedding coverage came through, contracts she claimed were already signed, she'd pay me back in full in 45 days. Against my better judgment, I transferred the $28,000. I had saved them, bought the roof over their heads for the big day. But what did I get in return? A text from Madison that said, "You have service staff energy, so you'll ruin the vibe in the photos." She wanted me there as an unpaid kitchen manager, offering me a trash bag of her old designer clothes as payment. On the day of the wedding, I drove to the villa. It was a sight to behold, with beautiful vineyards and a luxurious main house. But as soon as I stepped out of my car, my mother, Diana, marched up to me. She shoved a greasy headset into my chest and snapped, "You're late. The florists and the lighting guys are arguing.
Handle it."
And Brianna, make sure you're wearing black. I can see your tattoo from here. We can't have that in the background." Madison, standing on the terrace looking radiant, laughed when she saw me. "Look at you. You look like a rejected corporate executive. Just stay behind the pillars during the ceremony. We want an ethereal vibe, not a business, like one," she called out. I was seething inside, but I knew what to do. Madison had made me set up the smart home security system because it was too techy for her. She also put the lease in my name because of her bad credit, making me the super admin. As the temperature in Napa Valley soared to 95 degrees Fahrenheit in the afternoon, I watched the convoy of limousines and refrigerated trucks on my GPS tracker. They were on their way to the villa, excited for the big event. I was parked a mile away, sipping my iced coffee in my car with the AC on. I opened the smart home administration app. I scrolled through the settings and found Clause 4.2 in the rental contract, the non-payment or breach of contract protocol. At 1:10 p.m. When the lead limo was approaching the perimeter gate, I tapped the Execute Lockdown button. The gate slammed shut, the power went out, and the HVAC system stopped. The panic began. Madison called me, shrieking about the gates being shut and the caterer threatening to leave. I calmly told her that the system was in lockdown mode due to the delinquent loan, the venue deposit I had paid. I demanded my $28,000 back immediately. She tried to transfer the money, but failed. After some time, Ethan's father got involved. I lied and said I was from venue management, asking for an immediate RTP transfer of $28,000. Eventually, the money came through. Madison thought she had won when I unlocked the perimeter gate, but She forgot about the front door. The maglocks had a 5-minute reboot delay. In her impatience, she used a cream brulee torch on the heat sensor, triggering the deluge system and ruining her wedding. The next morning, I used the $28,000 to close on a condo. It had thick walls and my own security system. It was quiet and peaceful. Now, I ask you, would you have opened the gate or let the food rot? Let me know in the comments.